situation. So go ahead, Mike.
Okay, here's the thing. Again, one of the, one of the first life lessons that I've learned, and is that God is the source of my blessings. It's not my job. It's not my education. It's not who I know. It's God. And if you learn that lesson, then you can begin to realize where your blessings come from as a Christian. God is the source, not your job. And the second lesson that I've learned is kind of in harmony with that one is to learn to walk by faith and not by sight. In other words, where you are today is not where you're going to be 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years down the line. So you got to begin to plan, where do I want to be down the line? What kind of habits, what kind of things do I want to be doing down the line? And so you begin to think differently. And so those first two lessons are very, very spiritual because everybody's on different levels. And so I think that if you can get that started, that, okay, first of all, you know, God owns it all. I'm just a steward of the blessing. Secondly, hey, this is a faith walk. I've got to learn how to do this. I have to learn it myself. My wife can't learn it for me. It's something I have to learn. And then once you get that foundation, I think this third life lesson that I've learned is to delay immediate gratification for long-term goals. Learning to say no to yourself.
Ooh, wait a minute now.
It's hard.
Hold on now.
It's hard.
Stepping
man.
on toes now, Mike. Be careful.
Yeah, and the thing about it, that is, it doesn't matter how much money you make. You could be Donald Trump. Donald Trump can't say, President Trump, he can't say no to himself. He does things that you say, why did he do that? Because there's some life lessons you have to learn. You have to learn to say no to yourself, regardless of how much money you have. And so until you learn to do that, you keep wanting more and more and more and more. And so it is a spiritual walk for me, learning to do that. And I think the best place is to start from a place of prayer where you really look at yourself and look at who you are as an individual. And then you begin to say no to yourself and yes to your goals. The second thing I learned is that the fourth